And we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Alien Spaceship Garden stream. You keep watching from anywhere around the country or the world. I really appreciate every single one of you. Coming to you from the spaceship studios from a galaxy far, far away. And now we are here, and it is pretty stormy. Skies are completely covered. But now we will continue the walk through these places. All right. So anyway, you have lots of wind, and in weather like this, a lot of times is when the crop circles would happen. So when crop circles would happen, this is where you have these strange phenomena where you have all these crops that look like they give off a subliminal message. That's what they were, the crop circle. It's all you see. It's circular. It goes all over the place, and people a lot of times may fake them. Humans, Earthlings may fake the crop circles. That is something that they usually would do, and when that would happen, they would go and do it for artistic reasons. Sometimes they would do it for a prank, but sometimes there's some crop circles that were not explainable. Some of the crop circles completely were from something else entirely. There's been allegedly security footage of crop circles, and the crop circles were really interesting, where you had like an orb flying over a field. It could be AI, possibly, but you had orbs flying over fields, and then what occurs is a giant circular thing appears in the soil. And as I said, the weather has been bad, and it looks like it's about to rain again. But this was like a space to go live. But we'll see how long that lasts. Anyway, so for those that might be tuning in, if this stream ends early, it's because we got rained out. All right. So that is what happened. The the concept of the crop circle, there's some that were in binary code. Like there are some crop circles that gave off some sort of binary code to them. There's something called something the devil did allegedly back in like the 1400s. Maybe not the 1600s. I'm not exactly sure what date, but it was something like this. Like the devil did a lawnmower. It looked kind of like this. That I created this by walking back and forth in the lawnmower and stuff like that. Hello, brother Mace. Great to see you. Hope you've been doing well. Yeah, so that is what happened with the crop circles. They look the. Oh, hello, Saw. And the Frederick Franklin Bridge. He's been there for 5 days. No, I've not seen that. That's something that I need to look into. And great to see you. Blessings to you too, Mace. All right, blessings to you as well. So, I have been doing good. I recently, I was a juror in a trial. Like the last time I talked to you, and now what I'm doing is I've been doing well. I've been airing some of. I usually air trials in general because I talk about like true crime stuff. So I've been doing that, and schedule's been a little bit different, but I've been doing fine. And I've been enjoying these garden lives. Glad to see everybody. And that is what I've been up to. Hope you've been doing well too. Frederick Franklin Bridge. Let's see what that's about. Shout out to the mods. Thank you all for patrolling the chat. And let's do Frederick Rich. Okay. Okay, thank you, Saw Girl. Yeah, I've not heard about this, so I'm glad that you're telling me about it now. Because I no one else has ever told me about this. Okay, and sportsmen gathered below the Frederick Bridge with the window who has been protesting. Okay, it's a protest that's going on. Washington, D.C. All right, the Frederick Douglass Memorial Bridge protesters enter fourth day stop sport rally. Okay, a man who climbed the Frederick Douglass Memorial Bridge structure for 4 days on Monday as police continue to negotiate with supporters. The Reichstander is protesting war in Iran and spreading official intelligence. No, I'm not in Washington. No. But I cover news that is going on over there. Right. Reichstander stated that he has 10 followed by charged his phone on the bridge and added he ran over water believes to remain there for 2 days. Told DC he is not concerned with the stiffer penalties may face. And he says, I mean, this doesn't really matter. You know, we have responsibility to end this war. Okay. He's protesting the war in Iran, staying on a bridge. Okay. And large police presence remind a large police presence remained at the scene Monday after patrol cars lined the roadway between bridge. Police was positioned in the water below DC. An EMS trucks was stationed nearby. The vehicle on the bridge resumed, but pedestrians' access remained blocked for both directions. I'm definitely for the protest, the person says, because it's like too much. We're all we are all there, and supporters gathered at the bridge, some chanting, expressing encouragement. Hello, Falcon. We love you, screamed supporters as the Reichsstanter waved back. Some bystanders said that they agreed with the Reich's message, questioned his methods. Others say that the protest may cause inconveniences to taxpayers. And quote, I someone says I agree with the protest, and I think it's unfortunate. He's putting people at risk, spending money with these cops. Everything's by standards. Okay, so now the supporters argue that the government spending on war for exceeds new cost of associated with the protest. We are spending billions a day in war that we should never be in, the person says. Good point, Mace. That's a good point. Because, you know, a lot of times the war, it's hard for them these days to determine who is good, who isn't, right? And police have not said the charges may face comes at a time. And posted next Tuesday, which marks the day the Reichstander said it ran out of water Sunday and plans to climb down from the bridge Wednesday morning. All right, so he's going to be climbing down from the bridge. He said he's probably going to go in jail for a while, but when he gets down, okay, am I back? Well, I have to restart the live stream then, if people cannot see me. All right. All right. Well, basically, since people left, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna restart it since people left, so they can know that I'm back on. All right. And because I thought that I came back, but I didn't come back. All right. Okay, I'm back. Okay, good. Okay, good. Anyway, so okay, so basically, as I was saying, in different wars and stuff, people have protested over time in different ways, and sometimes, like in the Vietnam War, they protested and by setting themselves on fire. A lot of people did all kinds of things during that war to protest it. So war could be a messed up thing, and now a lot of times people protest nowadays by blocking traffic, and you'll have a whole bunch of people that'll be lined up and will block traffic, and they'll sometimes riot and do stuff, and that's all not right when people do the rioting and stuff. But it is. Uh, oh, Abby won. It's great to see you. There's another Abby, by the way, that comes around here too. So, your Abby won, and so Abby, I hope that you've been doing well, and thank you for stopping by. If you have anything new going on, we'd like to know, or if not, it's nice to have you here. All right. So that is something that I think is, not protesting incorrectly when people block traffic and start rioting and burning stuff down. That is not good. And so, yeah, that is the news that's going on with the war stuff. Now, there has been a lot of talk about UFO disclosure, and we have not really have seen a lot of information recently about new stuff. What I mean by that is there has been information about them releasing the files, the alien files, but they're allegedly supposed to be showing the alien files soon, and that's what they're supposed to be doing. And hey, Miranda, and just job for as a stress, and guess I'm going to back Monday and screwed as okay. Oh, thank you, Abs. We definitely miss you very much, and glad to have you come by. Yeah, because Chad has been asking, Aaron, Moki, and them. Everybody's been asking, and the other ones too. I've been asking about you, and it is great to have you stop by and visit. Yeah. So yeah, hope everything goes well with your uh, mental state, and you do have to take care of yourself and look out for that. Yeah. So yeah, we definitely are here for you as always, and it's good to know. And yeah, and basically with a lot of times these days, with the news and everything else in the world, a lot of things have been getting very stressful for people in general. And so yeah, there's definitely a mental toll going on that people are feeling. Definitely. I miss you, all of you guys. If you do late streams, I'll have some free time this week. I love this garden. Hey, Sawgirl. Okay, I will be on late tonight. Yes. Yes, thank you. And also, we've been streaming some of the trials. Also, nice to see you, Bombastics. And yeah, glad that you like the garden. It is. I'm growing some, spinach right here, and that's some broccoli. Yeah, and we got these elephant ear plants coming up. Yes, I agree. I definitely agree, Sawgirl. No, I mean not Sawgirl. Abs. I had a Timu moment. So yes, Abs. I do agree with you about that. They finally got the DP. Yes. Yeah, and there's no moon because of the clouds. This is an okra plant. Is an okra plant. Yeah. So, yeah, and these flowers are bats drink nectar from these, which I think is pretty cool. And they stay up all night, like they stay open all the time, and the white color helps draw in the nocturnal insects and things like that. Yeah. So these are the needle ones. Yeah. Scared. And yeah, with there's an aliens.gov website. Oh, there is more to this. Okay. Alien, you shouldn't be outside as dark predators lurk. Oh, yeah, that is true. And sometimes I'll do these live streams, sometimes at 2, 3 in the morning, up until the daytime, and we'll watch the sun come up. This time there's gonna be no sun because of the rainy weather, but that is a lot of things that I think is cool. But yeah, I understand about it can be dangerous. Scared. And not much just hanging in the garden with you and the others. Oh, hello, Gumby. It's great to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. And yeah, so we have the at nighttime. It just to me it is yeah. It is. It was raining there. Yes, it was, and it's drizzling a little bit again. Yeah. So and sometimes not able to do the garden live as early. Sometimes because of the weather getting bad. Rain is great for the plants. That is true. That is true. So yeah, it's nice, and a lot of people like this. And we talk about extraterrestrials and all kinds of things uh, in these gardens, which I think is cool. Hey, and yeah, these are going to produce nice plants whenever they're fully mature. Oh, it's raining over there too. Wow. And as I said, Cali's been getting a lot of rain, and I'm glad to know they're getting rain. Oh, it hailed yesterday. Scared. Yeah, hail can be damaging to cars and stuff, depending on the size of it. And that, as I said, that to me is it's like raining rocks from the sky. So yeah, that's definitely scared. Okay, and yeah, a lot of times the weather are unpredictable. Well, they are steamable rocks. They're not smokable, but they're steamable. Yeah, and yeah, the gardens like the rain, and it's very good for the plants. And I planted some new things, and we'll see how they come up. And right now, those are the tomato plants. Scared. Oh, and so, Abby said everything's smokable if you're talented. Yes, yes, I guess that's true. Even the steamable things can be smokable. Yeah. Oh yes, mermaid. Glad that you like the sound of the birds in the morning. Yeah, and yeah, the birds have an alarm clock in them when they go off, right? And it's 5 a.m. Oh, it's getting yeah, where I am it's 5 a.m. Oh, well, right where I am it's actually almost 6 o'clock, but it's the end of 5 a. It's like 5:55. Yes, the tomatoes are smokable. Yes, and they're actually cousins of tobacco too. You know, and all jokes aside, they are cousins with tobacco. Yes, unless you're trying to sleep, right? So you have those, and right here are some herbal. These are some edible plants right here that come back every single year since 2020 or 2021. That's when I started, bringing them around. It's almost 7 a.m. where you are. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I love the bright day and the bird seeing. It gets depressing in winter. Oh yeah, yeah. Winter for a lot of people, especially up north in different areas, it could get very depressing and like you will see the same thing over and over again. But like a lot of people here, as I said, over in the West Coast, it's still dark, and where I am, it's the center of it, and the sun is starting to come up. Over the East Coast, the sun is probably up right now. There's not going to be much of a sun this time because of the overcast. Oh, hello, David. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, they do. They do. The birds they do that, and they're all having different conversations with each other and sending messages. Hilarious, abs. Hilarious. Oh, abs is also a member. She just since she has a wrench, it's a little bit hard to tell. But she has a tinfoil hat on the end of her emoji. By the way, that was and a lot of people like the membership thing. That it was requested, by a lot of people, so I did it, and a lot of people were enjoying it. And yeah, the yeah. Because I remember I saw yesterday that abs was one. I was like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, and yeah, and this is like morning dew and somewhat rain. Oh, really, abs? It said "F you in Ohio." Oh, scared, scared. And also, and yeah, so the sun in Ohio is not there. Channel way before, so okay, David, I'll take into consideration. And yeah, so you're one of the originals. You must be from a while back. Can you see, David? Yeah, you're one of the people that because there's so many people on the channel. I don't know all of them, I only know a few hundred people on the channel, technically. Oh, I mean, I probably know about 1,000 people or or something like that. But I don't know every single person here, no. So okay, that's interesting. You were part of the originals, like from a while ago. Okay, and well, glad to have you on board, David. And I'll take into consideration, David, about you being a mod. And I do like the green, name though. But as I said, I'll uh, definitely will look into that. Okay, and unfortunately, we are capped off as far no for mods. We have lost count and had some chaos or drama, and so we have to lock in. Yeah, there are some mods that can take away some wrenches if they need to. Like yesterday, the few people that I know very, very, very well, uh, and like Sod Girl, Pools, a few of the other ones can do that if they needed to, because there's so many mods there on the channel. And Ohio reminds me of Wayne's World scene, Delaware. Timu stickers. Oh yeah, Brooks. Yeah, the Darrell Brooks. And there's Darrell Brooks emoji. Yeah, grounds. Grounds. Hello, Debro. Yes, I have seen UFOs before. The UFOs that I have seen were from. It was on the horizon. I saw a very strange thing that was very bright, and I saw this blue orb. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, abs. That's unfortunate. So scared. So yeah, I saw a blue orb on the horizon, and it was floating there, like levitating, and then it went up in the air, higher and higher, and then it started floating there, and then it disappeared. I was kind of freaked out, and I prayed about it, but it was something so startling. But I did film it. I did film it, although it was on my iPod, so it wasn't as good as the camera. It was still filmed nonetheless. And there was another incident that happened where I did see the astronauts come back from space when the Tesla launched something in the space. I did take a video of that, but it's not the best quality because it wasn't on. It was on the iPod and not the phone. But I had the phone and the iPod. Let's see. His name Abro Kadab, bro. Yeah, clever name indeed. Abracadabra. Yeah. And it's just a better version of Florida. We have arrested for keep on alligators locally. Oh, there's Palm Beach Pete, and that dude is over in Florida and Palm Beach, and dude looks just like Epstein. So people think it might be Epstein in disguise, or it might be one of his clones. I mean, my gosh, people are stupid and think they eat anything alive around it. Yes, yes, I agree, Mermaid. Yeah, oh yeah, he's in Palm Beach and he's partying. See, that's the overcast guy. Right, and this is through the forest. Scared. Okay, and DeBrose says and he lives in Tasmania and seen Aura Australis once. I seen Green Triangle. Oh, you saw it too. There's other people reporting seeing the same thing you're seeing on the channel. By the way, welcome to Tasmania. It is an honor to have you here. We have many people on the channel that are from Tasmania and Australia and New Zealand. Many of them. Because I guess the time I go live coincides with their land. Oh yes, I do notice that, Abs, and how the media is very selective. You know, some things don't get shown and other things do get shown. Oh yeah, Abs, we have a couple people on the stream that are from New Zealand, and last night we were talking about New Zealand mythology, and we were talking about New Zealand and uh, in Tasmania, etc. So it's pretty cool. Hello, Sage. Oh, Sage, I think it's a spider web. I think there's so many different people that are involved in it through uh, so many different secret societies and organizations. I definitely believe it's run by certain families and certain groups. But to see who is who would be a little bit difficult to decipher. But I definitely have the idea about different old families and stuff like that. Heath Ledger's daughter Matilda inherited entire USD 16.3 million estate, despite not being named original will. Huh? That is strange. I wonder how that happened. They must have done some things to make sure that would occur. Interesting. And Bro says the closet land in my house is Antarctica. Look, I'm kind of slow when I read things sometimes. He said the closest land to my house is Antarctica. Yeah, and I think in Antarctica there's definitely UFO activity, and there's possibly, in my opinion, another civilization in Antarctica. I think there's a secret civilization that existed or exists at some point, and I think that the Nazis had a base there. So there's some mysterious things in Antarctica that we don't have complete knowledge of, but there's signs of those things there. And Ab says, I don't know who runs the government, and agree runs certain people, and Supreme Court made up of some really hateful people. And Sargirl, damn, what the F? Matilda, give me 500. Yeah. And do you think that it's nefarious? It's hard to believe the government has our best interest at heart. Okay, I think there are good people and bad people everywhere, but there are like even like Alex Jones is saying that there is like good people in the government, right? So yeah, I think a lot of the people are not good, and I don't think they really have our best interest. I don't know if every single person in there is bad, but many of them are, or at least are out for themselves. Av says, "Nah, it's like IT. Welcome to Derry. There's crazy general somewhere, and the government wants to rescue the demon and unleash on the U.S." Yeah, exactly, exactly. Well, y'all get those too. Okay, yeah. Scared. Yeah, so that's what I think with the government. It is definitely do not have our best interest, and there are bad people in there. But I don't know if every single one of them are bad though. But still, it is, the food, the different wars and the media propaganda machines. There's a lot of times. Oh, thank you, boss. Appreciate it. And certainly will. I like all weather, even if it's stormy. But definitely, the sun's really cool to see rise here. I agree, Sage. The really higher ranks are demonic. They're out for their best interests. Good morning, boss. and it is, yeah, it's today's hump day. That's true. All right, and yeah, we see the fascinating jungles that are existing here. Sorrow says, I have had dreams where it is real that I can't tell sometimes if it's happened or didn't. Yeah, it's just refilling. Yeah. And I also, the spaceship garden streams may have caused some of your dreams. And it's basically a thing where you don't know if it's really a dream or not, but sometimes you just come right in the middle of it. Right. And Ab says, I don't like the clearance of Supreme Court. He wants to legalize abortion even for grape and reverse interracial marriage and LGBTQ rights. And this dude married a white woman, but he's racist. Yeah, you see, a lot of times you'll have situations like that where the people in media, they'll like say things against like white people and stuff, but they'll be with a white person. Yeah, I've seen stuff like that. It's kind of, I don't know. Sometimes these people have ironic things to them at times. So it's a. I think there's a philosophy that they have where they do contradictions on purpose. It's from this philosopher Hegel, and there was this contradiction was like a key pillar in his ideology, and it spread over and different. And like some of these people, they'll have like a contradiction in their ideology because he believed that contradiction was the important thing to do. So yeah, I hear what you're saying, and it is you'll see that in the media a lot. You'll see hypocrisy a lot of times. It makes no sense. Right. And but people are seeing truth from lies a lot of times, which I think is good. And in the long term, I think society will go back to being normal at some point. All right, Ab says, I'm all for everyone living how they want to live chill, and she's called a racist, homophobe. Even everyone has different beliefs and lifestyle. We are all going to the same place. Let's live it up. Yeah. And, everybody eventually forever, most of the time. So that's where we have to explain there's all kinds of ways people are expressing themselves. So that's why I think it is important to see that, right? And how people just live in the moment and not look at the broader picture of things. Okay, and we have a mermaid said underboss was sick, and okay, yeah. Thank you, mermaid, for doing that. I appreciate it. Oh, hello, hilarious, hilarious abs. Yeah, sometimes I have trolls on here. Last night there were some people. We were trying to have a civilized discussion about some conspiracy theories, and the chat was being some people in the chat were trying to challenge me, and they the mods had to deal with them, and it was just people were just being stupid. So yeah, it was goofy. Yeah. Oh, a bunch of people last night, and okay, on these streams there'll be trolls that'll try to mess with me, and also there are trolls that will try to do things with the other stuff as well. With the about my alien theories. They think I was stupid, and they were saying I was not true. I don't want people to disagree with me, but they're being real rude about it. But I read facts to them. I read facts to them on the other phone. I was telling them, let's see. of on the other phone, right? And I was telling them that the Nazis did go to Antarctica. We don't know for sure if they really had a base there or not, but they did go there. You're like, the Nazis are with Antarctica, but these, these basement dwellers don't know Sheed from Shinola. They don't. Was that Smash Eos? And I don't know. I don't know. One of the users may have been that character. Oh, it was Smash. Okay. Trolls are gonna love me. Let me meet these trolls. Little do we know, it was because Robert and Oprah. Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember Robert and Oprah. I remember that. Yep. Yeah, BBC Robert and Oprah. Yeah. Scared. Yeah, they are nerds. Yeah, from Timu and Sheen. Oh, Robert was your favorite simp. Yes. Yeah, yeah, definitely. He's come around over in the other chats at sometimes with a different account. But yeah, that he was certainly something interesting. Yeah, the Sims can be really entertaining at times. Yeah, they just have uh, it's kind of like watching a circus. Yeah, so we have that coming up. It's daytime. We can see it better. I thought there's something walking up to me, but there isn't. So that's good. Yeah, I think it's good when people will. I appreciate you, Abby, being here and defending the spaceship because it is. A lot of people think that they could get one over us, but it's not true. Yes, yes, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Spaceship's best always is rocking the popping. Yes, yes. Yeah, and yeah, the best spaceship on the Earth and in the galaxy and universe. That's true. Yeah, and where I am, as I said, the sun's coming up, but there's overcast. It looks like Scotland right now. And the rain is something intriguing because there is the weather can be so diverse. Like one day it could be raining, other day it's not raining. Yeah, and y'all are the best chats on the interwebs, anywhere, and it's exciting to see everybody here. Yeah, that's true. And Scotland has some pretty cool cryptids and some pretty cool stories in general. Yeah, weather is bipolar. Yeah, definitely. I understand about that very well. And yeah, that's a sea mermaid. That's the cat house I told you about that I'm going to be refurbishing. And I put like a roof on there, and the cats like to sit on the roof. So that's it right there. 440, 418 in Cali. Okay. Well, shout out to Late Night Crew. That's over there watching. Right. And oh, my pleasure, Abs. Appreciate it. And this is called the Jurassic Park section, also. Right. Oh, you prefer the early morning. Yes. Yes. Jurassic snark for trolls. Yeah. Yeah. Hilarious. Right. And then you got the palm tree, the mighty palm tree right here. Well, remember when this was covered in snow in the snow stream? Yeah. So yeah, that's a cool area to go into also. Yeah. Yeah, the Jurassic snark will be available for those different trolls that try to come around. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, you like the palm tree? Okay. It also looks very nice during the daytime when it's not all cloudy, but it's also good looking too now. Yeah, I'm like in Vietnam somewhere or Indonesia. Scared. Yeah, and also it has fruit to it. I've never eaten them, but it has fruit that grows from it. And getting closer into the palm tree, this is some swamp grass. All right, and right there is under the palm tree. Wow, right there. And during the sunshine, it could be very nice and enchanting. Yeah, right here and over there is where crayfish, crawfish come out, and sometimes they walk around. You miss your Rabellini palm trees in Florida. It's too cold in County, Georgia for them, and Fatelive County, Georgia. Let's see. I've walked out of there many times on my job, and they still want me to come back. F's, and look how pretty I love it. Oh, I'm glad that you like the palm tree. Oh, it's like a abandoned in a tropical region, you know, where the pirates are. It's like we're in the middle of nowhere. Right, and this is a long. This is from a plant that I grow. Yeah, yeah. Now it hasn't happened since five, but it certainly the flooding part is not nice. I mean, there's still like, look, you see under there, there's stuff under there like debris from 2005. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, definitely the flooding part isn't really fun. But yeah, I do agree. You know, these are parts. This is a big giant plant. It's used for lumber. You know, you could use it for stakes or whatever. And they're pretty much all over the place here. Yeah, brain-eating amoebas. Yes, yes. Oh, and abs. They knocked down the Six Flags. By the way, I was shocked, but they finally took it down, and it was there for over 20 years. Yeah, yeah. Those. Yeah, I know. I know. It's like the whole, and they're gonna make it into a resort. They're gonna make it into a resort where they're gonna have a swimming pool and a workout place and a hotel. I know, me too. And I was like, darn it! It's like right when like we were talking about it, it went down. Yeah, that is true. Saw. Yes. Hello, 7291. She sounds like a divine way to start the day. Cafe and tobacco. Yeah. Cafe con leech and tobacco. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Sounds like an enchanting morning. Yeah. Yeah. Rest in peace, Six Flags NOLA. Yeah. I know. And the thing about the all those toys and all those different theme park stuff would be absolutely there. You know, it would be so much of it there. It's like laying around everywhere. But that is what happened. It was there for 21 years. Yes, and saw it for 21 years. It was there for a long time. It was abandoned the whole time. Saw. I remember when I was little, I used to go there, and they took it down. They didn't reopen it. Oh, they closed it down in Texas. I heard in Texas or somewhere there was a Six Flags that they took down where it was extremely um somebody was on a ride in this father and son and the ride broke and it shattered and the wire shredded the kid and the father and the kid died from it. So Six Flags kind of has some Timu moments, but it still was nice in the early 2000s. Grandma and his grandson and his friends were Six Flags here in Cali last weekend. I haven't. Oh, saw. It's very fun. I recommend it. You know, the defective Six Flags should be not around, but anymore. But yeah, the Six Flags, you'll definitely like it. It has DC comic themed to it, and there's one of the rides. Some of the rides from my city were brought to other places. No, meanwhile, Cedar Point hasn't opened and thrilled to because having issues. If you get sued for some final destination, Sheila, metal flew into a girl's face. Why the hell would you scrap the original build and bigger smart one? Yes. Yes, using Ray meets for short. Yeah. Yeah, and I remember I used to go I like the log ride. The log ride was very nice. Oh, you're seeing him on Friday. That's good. That's good. You love the flume ride, but they scrapped it. Steve Canada has most polite kindness school cybersecurity baddies on Father's Planet. Oh, okay. Boss, understood. Yeah. Scared. Yeah, it's certainly even under overcast. It's a calm morning. Oh, and look in there. You see, there's like a little like a cave, sort of. Sometimes when the cats are fighting each other, I have to go in there and correct them. All right, and I won't do the water with multiple people in a circle because Australian case of thunder river rapids Right. Yeah, I can understand being in water with a bunch of people is kind of like cringe. I can understand that. And this is a tree right here. Oh, your cousins tell you about Marine Land. Okay. Yeah. Scared. They'll get me started with Manitoba, Canada, and the four people were deleted in to 2015 on the ride, crushed by a conveyor and the rat flipped. Wow, that is crazy. Wow, that is wild. Yeah, that's the trees. Yeah, sunrise in the garden. Yeah, but as I said, we're having TV overcast from Sheen right now, so it's not 100% what it could be. Oh wow! 4 adults died. 2 kids were thrown into the platforms. The 4 other riders fell. Katie, child, 1 victims, and her daughter survived. Wow, that is crazy. That really is. Oh, good morning, Poppy. And Steve says, "Have you seen Miss Cypress from Canada? Most beautiful in history." I'll look. I'll look her up. Okay. I think it's always nice to look at models. So definitely would look into that. Many Canadians are very beautiful. Rest in peace to the victims of accident crimes. Yeah, amen. Rest in peace to accidental victims of crimes. A lot of times in winter, like Christmas, it'll be like this. Well, it'll be like this. No, I've not heard of that. I gotta look into it. Definitely. Yeah, and also that is something definitely to talk about. And see, Christmas like that ain't a green Christmas. That's dewy Christmas. Oh no, it'll be around Christmas time of year. Sometimes it's green still. Other times it won't be green, and it'll just everything will be dead. And also, amusement park disaster where 7 or 8 children were deleted in a fire. Amusement park, check it out. I will. Thank you. Oh, you had a green Christmas and snow hit. Oh, yeah, where you are, I'm surprised you had a green Christmas at all. Absolutely, and devastating, and had Christmas then after it snow hit. Yeah. Some of the theories were that the mafia, Australian mafia, Sorry, we're involved, but don't know what the truth is. I just know it's a sad story. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Whoa. Okay. Let's see. So, Saul, you like these morning garden lives? I like them too. In Sydney, Australia. Uh, it's called Ghost Train. Okay. The Sydney Ghost Train fire at Luna Park is deleted 7 people, destroying a ride in June 1979. Fire was originally blamed on an electrical fault, despite firefighters' observations quite the contrary. Right. Very mysterious. All right. No, that's tragic AF. Theme park is supposed to be a happy place. Yeah, I agree, Underboss. And I remember reading about the ghost train and looking into the victims. They do believe there was foul play involved. Oh, hello there, Odin 3. Dana White doesn't believe in doctors appear of this ghetto sport, and there is adults should not outlive kids. I agree. And autocorrect is cringe. I agree. Av says she doesn't believe in her cousin either. Yeah. Okay, Saw Girl. Well, I'll continue to do these daytime ones. Definitely. Spinach is one of my favorites, by the way. That's what we're going over here. And this is all corruption, not a country. Yeah, I definitely. And Ab says, I like the later streams since I'm off work and don't have to go in 3 a.m. Oh, yeah, I'm going to do the later streams and I'll do the early streams. I'll do both. Yeah. Now, I don't know. It's just so there's 8, 9 p.m. my time. I could do it. Or I could do a bit earlier if needed. Yeah, spill beans. Oh, yeah, boss. And it's kind of like the East India Trading Company, which is they had the same flag as the Americans did. It was part of a British trading company. Right. And earlier. Okay, I'll do it earlier. Around 6, 7. Okay. Or earlier than that, I could do it. So appreciate it. Thanks for to letting me know about your time. Maybe the way I can see Mose and G and others to miss them too. Oh yes, yes, absolutely. Yeah, real men are not the same these days. Right, right. That is correct. The spoon-fed always destroy the self-made. Times are so different. Oh yeah, times are very different. Indeed, that is true. And over time, America lost its value, and it went in corruption. All right. Odin said, "It really sucks being a political prisoner, first, second generation, spoon-fed entitled president that didn't have same birth styles people they were represented." Oh, okay. Sorrow says, "Don't worry about me. I'm not a consistent person for the real." So yeah, okay. It was a shout out to Stargirl. We like to have you here on the spaceship as well. All right, and politics are shit. I remember when parties could agree to disagree without violence, intimidation, both sides. Why sides with either? Yes, yeah. Nowadays, with politics, it is extremely different than it used to be. Back in the past. Right, right. Groomit works for the continuation of groomit, not for the well-being of the people. Doesn't trust voting. Voting is a social engineering psyop. Yeah, yeah. A lot of times, people believe with voting is they could vote in either way something. They don't really benefit the people, benefits the people that are trying to be in power. It's smoke and mirrors, according to some. Yes, I agree, Odin. Three. Yes. All right. Trump be giving himself awards for convincing others to give him awards. Honest though, 3 attempts in his life. That's pretty wild. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Americans do a lot of things that they shouldn't do. A lot of people are misguided. Oh, Ab said Jesus killed her. Scared. Right. Yes, understood, boss. Because a lot of times people try to take him out, and he's still around. Yeah. You're chilling like a villain, right? Okay, Odin 3, thanks for your take on that. And it is important for people to not be misguided, but come to the light of truth and not into darkness. Screw actors in Hollywood is about the revival, right? Right. Yeah, and Mexican Spanish interaction expressing agreement, approval, excitement, or encouragement frequently. Orale. Oh, thank you, Saw Girl, for that definition. Yeah, and Saw Girl, certainly, I mean, not Saw Girl, Abs, I'll certainly be updating you about the spaceship, about the how things are now, and because a lot of things have taken place over time since you have left, and it is really cool what we have and our group. And okay, so basically, I'll start off with saying that we have been doing a lot of these. Oral, okay, thank you. We have been doing these phone lives recently, and they've been drawing in thousands of people into these live streams, which is very cool. And we never had numbers like that before. It's gone up very much. And I have been having a good time with doing it. So I've not been doing videos as much, but I've been doing these live streams and evening live streams. Another thing is that the people in general, which is the chat, we've been watching the trials of my channel because it's nice and welcoming, and people have positive attention. Yes, positive attention. So that is what happened. It was pretty cool. I've also been doing things with the. There's no ads in my streams and stuff, so people like that, and there's ad-free live streams as well. So that's pretty cool. And oh, thank you, Saul. There's absolutely nothing to support the theory of Americans' care of women or children. Right. And Ab said that you are a good mediator, and I don't know if you realize, but you're never biased. You always try to diffuse argument. Yeah, that is true. I do try to diffuse an argument. Now, sometimes when I personally feel when others do not always, I feel, collaborate, do sometimes take, uh, you know, to break up fights. I sometimes I've gotten rid of people before. I have in extreme situations, but most of the time I do what I can to try to diffuse a situation. Indeed. But yeah, thank you, Abs. Thank you. And so a lot of times people want to bring drama, and when people do not listen to the different types of yes, but a lot of times when people don't listen to the way that we do things and stuff, they sometimes have to go or doing trolls, etc. As I want to make sure that spaceship is a good place for everybody, and you know, for instance, I mean, there's been times where like Remy has had some issues, and then I had to, uh, you know, straighten her out, and she cooperated, and she was able to be here. And also, other times there's people that don't always cooperate, and then they have to not be around. So it depends on the persons, and I do want to make sure the spaceship's a good place for everybody. And a lot of times there are situations where I said I do what I can to make sure the spaceship is a great place for everybody. And also always glad to have you, Abby, on the spaceship. And yeah, recently we've been having, Moki, Aaron, and Moki's been recovering from the husband passing away, which has been good. We've been doing good with her. And other times, she did these. Both of them have been very good to me and helpful on the channel. I also want to make sure that, and also Mermaid as well. Mermaid has done so much for me with modding the chat and being there for me. So is Sod Girl and many of the others. I appreciate all of them. And Lori too. Yeah, all of them. Yes, exactly. Yes. And our breaks are her. Yeah, she is. She is indeed that a boss babe. Yeah. And thank you for update, Odin. Now, in recent times, There was a situation that occurred. There was a feuding that happened a couple of months ago, and some of the people uh, broke away from us from the trial chat, and which was an unfortunate situation, but we were able to overcome that and do what we usually do on these live streams. We got many new people and stuff. So that was a situation that was unfortunate, but the we were able to overcome that. And also want to let you know, Abs, is that yeah, I eventually can trials after a case, but hopefully, again eventually. Oh, okay, okay. Well, and as I said, we do the trials on this channel that you could feel free to watch as well. Now, I want to let you know, Abs, is that uh, let's see. Oh, thank you, Odin3, for talking. Yeah. So now G is one of the people that doesn't come here anymore, by the way. And just to let you know, but the other, Aaron Moki and Yasal and etc. are still here on the channel. All right. And as I said, some of the people from the trial, they, broke away from us, but it's over, a feuding situation. But as I said, we still are, doing these live streams, sometimes phone lives, sometimes other types of lives. Okay, so what happened was there was this, yes, so there was an incident that occurred a while back with, some of our friends from the stream, which I'll go over here where it's less noisy. Let's go this way. Yeah, so some of the regulars. So there's an incident with Sauce that occurred, which was this is part of when the feud starts. So there was a time where some people uh, didn't. He was doing some talk that may have been a little bit. Some people thought was kind of not appropriate that was happening, and some people were complaining about it over time. And uh, and when he was told multiple times about it, he eventually, and this is my view of the situation. He didn't seem to cooperate about it, and yeah, and over time, I got a little bit irritated when he didn't seem to cooperate. So I did decide to ban him. Now this caused some of the others to break away from the channel. So although as I said, people are still probably subscribed to me and lurk and watch me, but they don't like interact with us like that. And so Joyce doesn't come like on the chat anymore. G had some uh, had issues with somebody that was talking about him. So we were trying to diffuse the situation, and she was just she wasn't banned, but at one point she was getting a little bit fired up, and she was, oh yes, thank you, Abs, and she was saying that people could do what they want to online, and she was trying to go after somebody, some people that were maybe talking about him. Remember, I'm the one that chose to ban him. Okay, I'm not as yes. Oh, that's good. That's good. And Joyce was one of the people that told me happy birthday. So that was nicer to do. But we don't like she doesn't come on the streams and talk anymore. But yeah, that is what happened. And and a lot of people think that I shouldn't have done the banning. And it was just, as I said, I have a bold personality, and I want to make sure the spaceship is the way is good for everybody. And I just felt it was the right decision. But other people disagree with me, but it's okay. And yeah, and then so G, she had to be timed out for a few seconds, and she really exploded. And she was saying, "Oh, that I was choosing them over her, blah blah blah." And it's like I just wanted everyone to try to get along and not try to fight each other, because I didn't want some people that may have didn't want the talk to happen to be attacked. So that is what happened. And then there's a point where a few of us were being he had risen up against me, and he had some people in the trial chat attack myself and go after one of my very close trial chat friends that is also uh was hanging in there with me, and it was very disgusting to see that the chat descend into chaos like that. Yeah. And then I was doing some other things. I still go to the trial chat, but a lot of times do it on my own streams. And hello, Amy. Good, great to see you. And a lot of times there is these. I was going on different parts of YouTube and it found different people, and it was cool. And I recreate the group. Yeah, and you know, it was extremely. And as I said, I'm only 28. I'm not saying I'm a perfect person. Although I feel I did the right thing. I would say that I still have a lot to learn. If people disagree with me, I can learn. But still, that is the situation. And she was, so some people attacked us, and I really didn't like that at all, because I was there for a long time. And, seeing people react that way was not something I like to see. So that is, I want to explain to you about the feuding that happened and about what I did. And I feel was the right decision, but some, disagree with the way I handled it. That's okay. I just wanted it to stop. As I said, it was me that chose to do it. Right. And Sauce says my first YouTube stream was Recovery Addict during Dep Trial. Okay. And Ab says 24 and like, damn, I'm shocked. I know G is bold, but didn't expect this because we've always been okay disagreeing with each other because we're all friends. Well, yeah. And there was another point when some of them went after me one time afterwards, as I said. I mean, I with some were upset about the like I didn't get rid of Remy, and as I said, she was doing some things that were not nice. I wasn't completely informed about the situation, but 666 and I called Remy out one time, and I exposed what she was doing. But she did apologize, and she didn't want to like hurt me, and she made peace with the others eventually. But as I said, if I had no more, I will. I don't mind dealing with her too if I need to. But yeah, some of them went after me for that, but that was a unfortunate situation, and as just people think that I was doing favoritism to certain people. That's something that was people were thinking. Oh, I know it was terrible, Abs. It was terrible. And I was with these people for a long time, and that's what they do. It was really unfortunate. So yeah, and as I said, I could no one's perfect. I mean, I could people things we handled differently, but that's what I thought was best for the spaceship. But as I said, I uh, definitely that is the situation with the spaceship trial feud. We all should be able to have conversations and coffee, agree, disagree, right? Yes, I agree. I agree. And yeah, so this is your ship. Don't let anyone tell you how to run it. Yes. And also, he told me some things that weren't really nice. Said some about my support, people that support me, and people that said names about me and other people. Blah blah blah. So he seems like he wasn't really the nicest individual either. So as I said, it is that is the what happened over the time that you weren't around, and I just wanted to let you know what happened. All right, and anybody can feel free to say their take on this. All right. So yes, that is what happened. And as shout out to the ones that did stay with me and hung in there with me throughout time. There are still people now. Oh, you Quinn's still out of the loop. Yeah. This happened before you got here, by the way. What the F, dude? What's going on with people? My mom's BF dumped after 4 years and ghosted her, and coach snapped and told me to finish yawing myself the other day. People are losing their shit. Yes, yes, I agree. I agree. And everything's good, Quinn. Everything's good. This was from some other group that we have that were guests on our ship. Right. Okay, Saw Girl. So I'm going to do a live stream around 6, 7, or 5, something like that, so we could have Abs on, and then tomorrow morning I'm going to do a live stream in the morning. That's the schedule for today. Around the hours of 6, 7 Central, or before 8 o'clock. Yeah. Welcome, Quivin. Apologize. Inappropriate comments offend. I tried to watch an opportunity. Take it. Okay. Yes. But shout out to Moki and Aaron and Mermaid and Lori, and have been very supportive of me and been excellent chat friends that I very much appreciate a lot. So yes, I definitely appreciate them very much. And yeah, so thank you, Abby, for listening. It was a very traumatic situation to go through, and but I have gone so far since then. I've got so many views on the channel, and I've spread across different parts of YouTube and made different allies and stuff. So since then, I was able to overcome the attacks and make one of the greatest chat rooms on the internet. Yeah, Mermaid is gold. She is gold. Yeah, she's always has my back when different things happened. She's always been in my corner and always smiling in the chat. She's definitely uh, stays with me. Yes, Abs, I agree. I agree. Thank you, Abs. Yeah, man, it was, and this happened around Christmas time, like around Thanksgiving and Christmas. It happened. All right, appreciate you. Yes, that's because M is a real one. Yes, yes. Now I still kept the Gemix thing, so of that is so for those I'll explain what the Gemix thing is, okay? Because people might be curious about it. Yeah, and a boss bee, yes, yes. There was for those that there's people that would change their last part of their name to either Aliens Angel or something like that, right? And for those that did it, I put their name in the back part of my handle, like Gemix, right? And the two S's have to do with people that were with me in the beginning. And although like G took the alienet out of her name, and Christine, uh, she also had some. Actually, what happened with her was Passion told her, "Hello, how you're doing," and she over something else she had a falling out over something else, and then she kind of like went away. So although those two took out the alien thing in their name, the Moki and Aaron both remained as the aliens angels, and I appreciate them so much for that. And as I said, it was a traumatic thing to go through, but as I said, I'm thankful for the people I do have and the people that stayed with me. And as I said, not perfect. I could have done things differently, you know, but I feel I did with the right things for the spaceship. And but I definitely appreciate any kind of thoughts about the situation. No problem. And Saud said, "Keep being yourself." In my opinion, that's the best formula of success. Watch your case as authentic. Yes, and I remember I met a new people, Brig and Sunny, and another someone named Mindy. I met them, and they've been extremely kind, amazing chat friends that we'll see often. So I was like, I seen these other people, and they thought it was cool, and that was nice to have. So I did bring new people and got new subs. So over time, I overcame all the adversities. Shocked, sweet, honor them, and I'm still really shocked about G. Yes, yes. And well, I'm back, and I agree. You did what you had to do. Just makes me sad. It couldn't have worked out right. Right. Quinn said sometimes it's better to be feared than loved. Some people have to respect others, no respect for yourself either. Yeah, exactly. Very well said. That is certainly mod material, Quinn. Definitely mod material. Yeah. And but as I said, I appreciate Sod Girl, Aaron, Moki, Lori, and Mermaid, especially the Golden Mermaid, especially, and all the other people that have been cool with me. But as I said, they uh, oddly though, as I'll tell you this, is that a lot of times they lurk on my streams. Those that like went against me lurk on the streams, and they also told me happy birthday, which is a little bit. That was very nice of them, but it's also a little bit, you know, like what are people thinking sometimes? Yeah, and yeah, and G was one of the people that told me happy birthday too. She did, and but that was nice of her. And also Joyce did too. So that was nice. That was a good sportsmanship to say my birthday, but yeah, it was it's a very unfortunate falling out. And exactly, there's disagreement. People should just agree to disagree and move on. Right. Thank you, Abby and Sawgirl and everyone else for your take on these things. And any constructive criticism or anything, I don't mind hearing. Yes. Maybe they miss you, but they just don't feel right coming back, or maybe they don't want to clash with anyone else. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's the alien iron frame is something to keep in that is a bit irresistible at times. Yeah. And as I said, I'm a perfectionist a lot, and I want to make sure spaceship's perfect. And I'll see like these some people as like cool for a spaceship, other people not cool for a spaceship. So yeah. So I had an ousting, and that happened to me, and it was one of the worst things to happen. The entire my work as my entire adult life so far with the trial chats has been being in those chat rooms and the trial chats, and all that was gone. But I just trusted the dots would connect in the future. I didn't lose faith, and I met some really cool people. And the spaceship nearly has 2,000 subs, and people did stay loyal to me, and if they agreed with me or not about what I did, and there were people that stuck with me, and I appreciate that. Right, and I just think that death can be the single best invention of life, and sometimes new things could happen from things that don't work out. And sometimes a bitter tasting medicine is needed. And I think that life has hills and valleys, and what we go through make us stronger over time. Thank you, Abs. I appreciate it. Right. So yeah, that is what happened, and I appreciate the support chat very much. And I learned a lot of things from G. I learned a lot of things from her about law and trials and stuff. And I appreciate the times I had with the other people. I appreciate the times I had with them. And we can learn from things that happen and continue as we go on. Yeah. So that is what occurred. Oh, thank you, Quinn. I appreciate everybody. Very well said. Yes. Yes, Abs. Yes, I love pacing. Yes, I love pacing. I'm like a drone, a pacing drone. Yeah, and I also think it helps. I like it's regulating to me, and I like to do things with the showing the garden and stuff. It's nice and soothing being in nature. Yeah. So I appreciate everybody, and I want to make sure the spaceship's a place people can disagree with me and other people, and we could all have agree to disagree and have all kinds of ways of dealing with disagreements when they come up. So the spaceship can continue to grow and have a big community, and without it falling apart. And as I said, we will over time will have great days up ahead. Okay, solid, understood. All right, so yeah, that is my story about what happened. She was amazing when she was here, and I disagreed on God, but otherwise never cared enough to argue. I just took her word out of love. Okay, that's what we. Yeah, and then what I did was around that time I got into some unsolved mysteries and solving missing cases, and that was really good to see. This a different, there's so many cases that were unsolved, and it was nice doing that and looking at different alien and ghost encounters that were unsolved. So I think that was also fun for me to go on my exodus in the Siberia wilderness. And then what we did was the OJ trial, and the OJ trial was very fun, and I liked it. It was really cool. And Passion and us, we watched it for hours. And that one of my longest live streams was during the time of the falling out. And I did the 16-hour live stream with Passion and we with the OJ trial. So it was quite, in spite of the dark situation, it was quite adventurous, and I had an opportunity to really grow and expand in different areas and acquire these different groups and stuff. And it was one of the greatest things that ever happened to me. Actually, it really was. So we can't always connect the dots looking forward, but looking back, we can. And yeah, I remember the early days of doing these garden lives. Was we found, as I said, there's another Abby. She's cool too, and we were looking at the plants, and she made a joke, and I said I'm in my yard. She was wondering if I was in my neighbor's yard, but no, I'm in this yard, my yard. And then we talked about farms, different plants and stuff, and she liked the raccoons. She called the bandit puppies or swamp puppies. She liked the looking at the raccoons, and so did a night shift. He's another cool dude that would be on these streams with us, and he's still around, and he liked looking at the garden. So yeah, and then we got more and more people. I was shocked to see like 2,000 plus people here. It was amazing, really. And just like Tanner Horner, and any person that hurts children is vulnerable. Yes, the raccoons are so cute until they attack. Oh, thanks, Quinn. Thanks, Quinn. And you're my pleasure making you a mod. Absolutely. And also, please stand up your watering can. It will get nice rain water. Look sad and falling over. Okay, you're very right, actually, Amy. You're very right. And this right here is the reason why it's like this. There's a big hole in there, and I haven't filled it up yet. So sometimes I would dig for soil, and this time I put an indention in the soil, and I didn't want to. Since I didn't fill it up yet, I just use this to put it where people don't fall into it. But I do need to fill that hole up, and I'm going to put the watering can back on top. All right, that's a very good idea. Oh yeah, abs. Scared. Brain eating amoebas. Yes. Yeah, and fair enough. And so that is the situation. The A lot of times, like the rainwater, sometimes there's leaks, and the rainwater will cause issues, and it'll be a dark color. Right. It'll be a very dark color, and it's basically brain eating amoebas. Right. And Ab says that's the thing that freaks me out about abandoned, rusted places. Still water. Oh, the thing about abandoned places is that there's these ungodly, unholy sitting water spots. And what happened with the sitting water is that there's all kinds of things swimming in it. There could be mosquitoes and toads and brain-eating amoebas. Sometimes there's colorful things in there that look really scary. I got to get my okay, and going to nap and oh, thank you, Emily. I very much enjoy having you mod the chat, and you're excellent. So Emily, have a very good day. Thank you. A good rest. Malaria too. Yeah, malaria is a big problem that can happen. Oh, there's a little snail right there. Scared. Yes, the mosquito larva looks like tadpoles, and they zoom in like yeah, like the zoomies. Yes, the tadpoles definitely act like that. Oh, hey, Abysmal. Great to see you. I am doing fine. I'm Abs is here. I've not seen her in a long time, and just talking to some old friends and in the garden. I'm doing great. It's great to see you too. The plant looks healthy in others than random holes and leaves. Oh, some of the plants do have random holes in them because of little critters that like to nibble on them, and I do agree with that. Now, some of these plants, I allow that to happen. Now, over here, this was a little bit unexpected, but the plant itself is still fine technically, even if the leaves have some problems. And yeah, but you are very right, Amy. I usually would grow the broccoli in winter and they'd be already ready to harvest right now, but I must have put them a little bit later, and usually the bugs aren't around. But you are absolutely correct about that. But it'll still make some nice broccoli though. But you are right, yeah, definitely. There's things, bug nets and stuff like that, that can be put on them or repellents. Yes, bugs like to eat. You see, look, bugs like to eat that. They're just all over the place, eating different parts of the plant. Companion gardening can prevent pest disease and encourage pollination. Yes, that is true. That's very true. Yeah, you see, broccoli from the plant directly is much better than broccoli from the grocery store. Yeah, it's much better. Nature always helps deter bugs. Yes, and there's all kinds of plants and marigolds to grow with them that also. That would be very cool to grow along with the plants to help deter the bugs. Yes. Yeah, and even back in the past, they would use tobacco leaves and make a spray out of them to spray them on plants so they wouldn't be, bugs on them and stuff. But although it deletes everything pretty much. Yeah, and nature works in all kinds of mysterious ways, and sometimes nature can be very unpredictable, and it can do things that we may not always completely understand, which is also very true. Good morning, Shell. It's so great to see you. It's welcome to the stream. And Amy said, "Hey, you could put an Amazon box over the hole and use your can again." Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I still use the can. I use it, but I definitely need to put it back upright. It looks sad. And nice little garden you have. Keep up. It feels collapse are coming. Yes, yes, I understood. Speaking of nature calling, gotta walk dog and he's not. You're streaming when I get back. I'll join later and stay longer. I love y'all. Miss you streaming later. Oh well, I'll definitely be live this evening also, and look forward to seeing you then. And have a good time with your dog. Thank you, Abby, for listening. Yes, you too. Have a great morning as well. Yeah. Okay, and these are the elephant ear plants, and sometimes they nibble on these plants, not all the time. Yeah, I do like the rainy, overcast weather. It's very cool. Very cool. Right, and also then you have these right here, uh, these needle plants. Yeah, so I mean, it is extremely important to. Like I said, I like the root plants also because everything's underground. But then again, there are pests and stuff that can get on those, but not usually around here as often as I know. That's a great idea, Bismal. Foraging is very fun. And when you do foraging, there's all kinds of natural things in nature you could just eat. It's like a grocery store, like, but just in a forest. So I do think that is a brilliant idea. By the way, and bushcraft, yes, yes, and absolutely. And another thing is about gardening. There's so much information from the library that can be studied about it. One, my companion that taught me many things about outdoor stuff. He was one of the people who was saying with many plants he learned about from looking at books about them with foraging. You know, there's all kinds of stuff in nature that could be seen. It is in ways of gardening, you know. And I got my Timu broccoli because it has some bugs that nibbled on it, but the broccoli head part is still there, of course. It's still there. And a lot of times there are natural repellents, like mint is a good repellent. There's a soap and water that's good as well. And abysmal is I can identify chicken of the woods cover and sorrel and forager. Rogue books and says you have to be confident if it's banana in a grocery store. Clover. Oh, raspberries and blackberries. Oh, those are very good. Those are very, very delicious. I will say that clover grows here. Different types of clovers grow here. And there's certain things that are herbs and other things that are not herbs. For instance, this is something interesting right here. Right here is a cluster of four-leaf clovers. Oh yeah, free range is oh, yeah. So there's different types of crops, and there's also farming. I know about farming because I learned farming from experts in Georgia, very good friends, and I yeah farming. You could have like this area, this backyard. I could put chickens here. Just with all the trial stuff I didn't have time for it, but I have more time now. And yeah, the chickens, free range chickens, usually are better. Now, chicken that is what's called poultry that is in these big units, right? They'll have like a factory looking place, right? You have like a big, uh, like a circus tent, and you have thousands of chickens, like and cluttered up against each other. But you will have like say a big place like this. Like I clear this out, and I could put some hens there and make some eggs, and they could roam freely in a caged, safe area as they walk around this place. So yeah, definitely free range is very good. And I'd also recommend getting meat from farmers specifically. Right. And also what they do is yeah, eggs are beautiful. There's so many different types of eggs too. There you could get and by the way, I haven't used there's something like called an incubator. And with an incubator you can hatch eggs and watch them grow, right? Oh, cool, Abysmal, cool. And over in the eggs, you could get duck eggs, you could get geese, you could get turkey eggs. Like I could fill this whole place up with turkeys and get a bunch of turkeys, right? It's so cool what you can do. The possibilities are endless, and there's so many different colors. Colors are so different when you have different eggs. So you could get duck eggs, chicken eggs, kinds of different eggs, and they're all different colors and different species. So I think it's quite intriguing what can be done on a farm. Australia food regulations are different US. We don't have rabies or mad cow disease. Well, you see, Australia is very smart, unlike us. We have microplastics, we have all kinds of things. Plastics are everywhere, but yeah, we have definitely can improve on our food stuff. And y'all have the best steak in the world. Okay, the only steak I'm gonna be eating is Aussie steaks. Okay, because y'all have the best steaks. And Abysmal says, when I said chicken of the woods, I meant mushrooms and their beginner foraging. Oh, we see, Amy was talking about free ranging chickens, so that's why I was mentioning chickens. Or no, she was saying free range is better. But yes, thank you for clarifying about that because uh, I certainly could get myself mixed up all the time. And when I said chicken of the woods, I meant mushrooms and their beginner foraging shrooms, easy to identify and hard to mistake. And you should definitely start farming. Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you. And yeah, I know my family had goats around here in the 50s and back then 60s and stuff. They had chickens. So I mean, they had not chickens, they had goats. And I drink goat milk, and goat milk is very good. And we had brown, white, and tanned eggs, natural from the cook, and never eat mushrooms in the wild, scary you might die. Yeah, you definitely have to know what you're doing when eating mushrooms. Yes. Oh, look who it is. It's Claude. Goat cheese is sensational. I agree. Yeah, we have Claude. He is such a cutie, and he's looking at something. Scared. Morning, Aaron. Oh, Aaron. Abby was here earlier, and she is going to be on tonight. I'm going to be live earlier tonight, around 6 or 7, something like that, and we're going to be around. So Abby is doing good, and she's coming back around. Good morning, Aaron, to you. Goats here are amazing and have some stubborn as mule, and goat cheese is delicious. While kitty chicken of the woods, and confidence is much buying produce and milk. Um, and your cat has beautiful, awesome black stripes and black tail. Beautiful. Oh, thank you. Yes, hello, kitty. Yes, thank you, Jet. Yes, hello to our kitty, our the guardian of the garden. Oh, right now it's overcast and kind of rainy. Cured goes all right too. Oh, yes, yes, absolutely. You can't say hi to the garden. Do you have a topic for the stream, or just whatever comes to mind? Oh, we talk about whatever comes to mind, and a lot of the things we talk about is cats. We talk about conspiracy theories, news, politics, pretty much anything and everything that we would talk about. Curry goat's big in the UK. Nice, nice. This is okra growing. Very cool. Yeah, so definitely the chickens are very cool, and that's something that I was learning a lot about farming from my friends. Yeah, so it's very cool. A bunch of lucky clovers, a bunch of four-leaf clovers right here. Very good question indeed. Very good question. And as I said, a lot of times it's eclectic. Where there's variety of different topics. We do talk about gardening, and we talk about conspiracy theories, aliens, and cryptids, all kinds of things. It'd be pretty much unpredictable. Okay, and he is a good boy, definitely. Yes, sometimes the angels like to hijack the convo and have to steer them back on course and reel them back in. Yes. Oh, I mean, on these garden lines, we talk about conspiracy theories and stuff. We talk all kinds of things. Yeah. Oh, look at that. He is happy. He likes being on live stream. Yeah, so well, right now, Claude has hijacked the stream for now. Okay, he's making his way back. Scared. He's going that way. Right. Yeah, so foraging is a great idea, and it's something that I think is good for people to do if those are interested in it. And camping and building different places and stuff is also very nice as well. Yeah, as I said, the way that this plant looks, like and the different dew on it is a very nice design. It's very the way that these plants are designed with the aesthetic to keep itself together, and it has like a roof and it is able to cave things off. It's very nice. Jet said, I was wondering, just wanted to make a positive contribution to the conversation, not stray away too far from our topic. Oh, Jet, you can talk about anything you want. But yes, thank you for respecting the stream. I appreciate that. Thank you for respecting it. Because a lot, some people come in here and they'll troll and be stupid in here, but you weren't like that. You weren't like that. Yes, that is true what Aaron said. Absolutely. We're talking about gardening, then I think I can add to the discussion. Okay, Jet. Yeah, tell me what you know about gardening. I'd like to hear your take on it. Yes, Amy. So Erin has been with us for a while. She's one of the angels on the spaceship. She is amazing, beautiful, amazing person that has been with us and is part of our great community. Oh, okay, Jet. Okay, Jet. So I'll say this: is that in winter peas, they're the winter peas. Yeah. So there are teachings that happen where, okay, for instance, you'll have a land that's being gardened, right? And you have peas. Now, winter peas are very good for making the soil rich in nitrogen. In the spring, you can plant other things that will certainly help with that situation because you want to make sure that you have that all safe and sound. But yeah, shout out to Erin. She comes when she's able to. Yeah, Amy is new and she's with us. So yeah, you can put winter peas add to the soil, and also sunflowers. This is a variation of sunflower. It's a sunflower cousin, and sunflowers definitely draw a lot of nitrogen from the soil, and they bring it upwards. Yeah. So now there's different types of. Oh, look at that right there. It's Bubbles, his brother. Well, we had another another guest on our stream. So yeah, the sunflowers are good at drawing in different birds that could help with crops. There's also the marigolds that help with the uh, repelling insects, and tobacco and water was used also to the same thing, but it's more lethal. And then there's soap and water and mint that can be used to repel insects too. Yeah, so we have our feline friend right here, and he is living his best life. He also likes to guard the garden too. Yeah, he knows he wants to be in the limelight, so he gets it. There are different seasons when different things are grown, and For instance, right there's a pumpkin plant right there. I got a few pumpkins growing. Yes, Mr. White. Yes, they're loving it out there, definitely. I'm just a dealer on the land and I can grow anything from seed. I don't know about chemical composition, but I know what grows and what and how to tell if dirt is good and got certain smell. Yes. Well, that is awesome that you know about that. And many people that watch this channel are also good at gardening and like to do gardening because they saw the stream. And right now, I'm also growing tomatoes and other plants. Yeah, Jetson, what is your favorite thing to grow? I'm curious too. Yes, it's a cute. Yeah, he is proud to be in this garden. Oh, hilarious, Amy. Yes. Oh, beans are excellent. I've grown the lima bean, the Henderson lima beans. That's my favorite bean to grow. It was found after the Civil War when they were hiking on a trail. They saw some of the beans growing. Yeah, lima beans are my favorite. And oh, by the way, in this very type of atmosphere, when it's dark like this, I remember in school back in the day, I learned about getting kidney beans, and you just throw them on the ground, and after it rains, they sprout. And that was so cool to see all the different beans sprouting up. So that is something excellent about kidney beans and lima beans. Yeah, those are very delicious. And Henderson lima beans are very drought resistant as well. Yes, Jetson. Any secrets with beans that we should know? And thank you for being here. Yeah, and a lot of times what I do with my you see, he knows. He tells chat hello. And a lot of things with beans is that there's also peas, and you see beans you just have limited growth. There is so many times like with I've used chicken manure before for fertilizer. It's quite interesting. And yeah, beans are just very good with, drought resistant. There's also other things as well that I've grown that breakfast radishes are very good. Oh, that's good, Amy. And I like to put my stuff in storage. And corn is another thing. Not everyone grows corn or eats corn, but corn's another thing that we like growing. Now, the thing about sweet corn is that they're much smaller plants and they grow very large. They don't grow very large, but the type of corn that you see, like commercial corn, is very. They grow like big giant stalks. Yeah. All right. Jet says secret to beans is I think it's important for them to dry out between good soaking and promotes root growth. Oh yeah, and it's not just baby corn. It is like a miniature version of sweet corn. That's what it is. And I make my own salads out of them. I like growing daikon. I like growing turnips personally and radishes. The French breakfast radish is like a geode. Very cool. They are yummy, Amy. That's very true. Yes, it's true. And as I said, I find getting the bug nets and mint is very good to have. But you see, mint, I mean, not mint, but the beans a lot of times seem to take care of themselves very well. Not sure if it's a secret or not. Okay. Okay. I've grown beans right around here before. Right? Like you see there, you have some little insects that nibbled on that. And what you could do is get mint or marigolds to repel them. But anyway, the broccoli itself is still good though. A lot of times with broccoli, I would grow them in winter and before the bugs come out, before that happens. But this time I grew them a little bit later. And right here, you have, some spinach growing around. And all right, Jet said one more thing I like to do is leave the ants in the garden alone. They pollinate the flowers for you. Oh, okay. Scared. I heard that they do that with okra. Scared. I've not heard of that, but that sounds interesting. All right. And then you have these. They're going really well. And these are the primroses. This is an herb that was used by settlers and natives, and it was also a replacement for tobacco too. They smoked it like a tobacco supplement, but it's not really tobacco though. All right, and this is a Ben Franklin tree. It turns different colors. It's very nice, and to keep the caterpillars and other bugs away is a win. Yes, yes. Right. Very well said, Jetson. Very well said. Yeah, I mean, there are so many situations that occur when the caterpillars could be in a nuisance, but there's other ways to repel them. So soap and water is good. Other things like you have this is a big spider right here. Well, if you're scared of spiders, just let me know. But yeah, scared, scared, scared. Bananas can possess lots of spiders in them. You know. Oh, thank you, Jetson. I appreciate your knowledge in plants. It's very informative and helpful. That's the mighty palm tree. It's very cool. Yeah, I mean, it is so cool how some plants, can completely regenerate after winter. Like a lot of times, the elephant ear plants, they're able to come back over time. After the winter happens. Winter usually decimates everything, but there's some things that are cold hardy. Some of the plants are able to survive deep freezes, and you see that right there is a type of root plant that I like. It's very good. I don't think they qualify as secrets, but you don't know it before, then I guess it was a secret to you. Yes. Yes, it's definitely a secret to us when we didn't know about it from before. Indigo is a flower that I also am going to grow, which I think is a a good plant. Very nice. Yeah, it's nice that these plants are getting plenty of water. And these grow said very big, and they grow very fast. I like it when the plants grow like weeds, the ones you're trying to eat. Yeah, yeah, it's secrets exposed with Jetson. Yeah, oh look, a primrose is growing right here, and right here in this region, a lot of these different types of big floral plants like to grow that have good roots to consume. Yeah, which I like. Right, and that was a wheat by ancient people they used to use. Yeah, and also keep your ant population happy and healthy throughout the winter. Keep syrup, honey, and similar food sources to them until summer. Yeah, as I said, I've not heard of that, but that's very interesting. Thanks. Yeah. Scared. Yeah, Jet. I think that is. I don't think that is exactly true, but maybe on another planet that might be the case, but not those type of ants. I think what they do is they ruin a garden. That's what ants would do, from my experience at least. But you could have the red ants for yourself if you'd like. Okay. And from so my experience is a little bit different with that. Right. And also, so as I said, ants are not really a good source for anything with plants. They don't help gardens at all. It's more of a pest. For those, just to keep for the record. And yeah, so anyway, that is the thing that happens with the different plants. They definitely do good with the lack of ants, and fire ants are usually much better. And that's what I think is the best for any plant. Now, right here, you have this is a water droplet that is formulated right there, which I think is quite, it almost looks like a drop of silver. Right. Right, and as I said, this is the different types of flowers that are good. You know, nice purple flowers. Very cool. And this one is bent over a little bit. Right. Yeah, so definitely a nice day. Very cool. Even if it's a cloudy day, it's still nice. Yeah. All right. Now, this point in time, the stream has ended for the night for the day. So see you all this evening for those that are cool people. Thank you all for coming and peace.